Good morning, my dear students. In today's session, this is a continuation class. We have completed 60 root words and their meanings and the derived words also. These words have been explained by me. Today in this session, I am ready to teach you 10 root words from 61 to 70. The first one, before starting this class, all of you once again, good morning. In this session, the first root word is tetra. Tetra, T-E-T-R-O, tetro. Tetro means backward, opposite of backward, forward, backward. Tetro means backward, and the example word is the instance. For instance, retrospect. And what is the meaning of retrospect? A looking back on things. Retrospect means, that is the meaning of the retrospect. Here retro means backward. The meaning of the retro, backward. That means this is the looking backward things. Retrospect means, and this is explained by belonging to or characteristic of a outdated. That is also one of the meaning. Ancient, past historical time, prehistoric. These are another meanings are there. Retro means beginning or the characteristic of or belonging of the outdated, past historical time, a ancient period or prehistoric. For example, retroactive. What is the meaning of retroactive? Retroactive means applying or referring to the past. That is the meaning of the retroactive. And the next word is retrograde. The root word, the prefix, we are adding at the beginning of the word, main word. Grade, that is the main word. We are adding retro. Retro means tending towards an earlier or worse condition. Earlier. This is worse condition. Retrograde means. And then next word is, we should observe here, retrogression. What is the meaning of the retrogression? Retrogression means degeneration or reversal. Not forward, backward, in development or condition. That is the meaning of the retrogression. For example, in language, so many words are there, or phrases are there. Retronym, like antonym, synonym. Retronym means, what is the meaning of retronym? A new word or phrase are created by an old object or concept. That is the meaning of the retronym. These are all the formation of the words from the prefix, which is called a root word, retro. That is the meaning of the root word. Retro means backward. Okay, next word is, we go on next word. All of you see, semi means half. Semicircle, half circle. Semicircle means half circle. Here semi means half. Semi means partly say somewhat means partly. Less than fully, that is the meaning of less than. Partly, partly, partly. This is the meaning of semi. For example, here they have given the semicircle, half circle. Semicircle means half circle. And then we should understand the meaning of the semi, half. That means we should, what are the formation of the words adding for a semi before the main word? For example, final. Games and sports, we are seeing the final, semi-final. Semi-final. This is the word derived from semi, a prefix or root word. Semi-final means a game or competition that comes before the final one. That is the semi-final. And then next word is, for example, semi-conscious. Semi-conscious. CONSCIOUS. Conscious, that is the wrong pronunciation. Semi-conscious. Conscious. This is the phonetic shift. Conscious. That is the, we put the phonetic shift between the oblique. Conscious is a right pronunciation. Semi-conscious means, what is the meaning of semi-conscious? Semi-conscious means a feeling in which we are not completely aware of our sensation. Completely aware. Semi-conscious. Completely aware of our sensation. That is called semi-conscious. And then one more example I will give you. You should clear about semi, the prefix, that means half. Semi-annual. What is the meaning of semi-annual? In a year, occurrence of twice. Semi-annual means a thing, a function is occurrence of twice. A festival, occurrence of twice. That is called semi-annual. Semi-formal, formal, semi-formal. Moderately formal, that is the meaning of moderate. Semi-formal. Our language also FORMAL, semi-formal. Formal language, informal language. Formal language has been, when we are writing the letter, official letters, we are using formal language. What is formal language? What is informal language? Informal is a friendly language, a colloquial language. It is a casual language. We should use informal language in the to write the letters to our friends, our relatives, our colleagues, our parents. Intimacy, more intimacy. They are the informal letters. Semi-formal means moderately formal. It is not formal and informal. That is the meaning of semi-formal. And then we go to the semi-desert. We already know desert. Desert, an area, has some of characteristic of desert. Some of the characteristic, not completely desert. It is full of sand. Desert means it is not completely desert. Some of the characteristics of desert, it is called semi-desert. Semi-desert, DESERT, semi-desert. And then next we go to the next word, sub. Sub means under. Sub means under. Submerge. We are submerge is a wrong pronunciation. Submerge. We should write submerge. Submerge. It is the phonetic considered submerge. Submerge means, what is the meaning of submerge? The meaning is, what is the meaning of submerge? To put under water. That is the meaning of the submerge. Submerge, to put under the water, we should see the base word, the root word, sub. Sub means under. It is more important. For example, submarine. Submarine, M-A-R-I-N-E. What is the meaning of the submarine? Vehicles that travels under sea. Under sea. That is called submarine. So what is the meaning of the sub? Sub means under, below, an inferior position. That is the meaning of sub. For example, subconscious, conscious, subconscious. Unconscious is entirely different. Conscious, subconscious. What is the meaning of subconscious? Subconscious. Subconscious. It is a adjective form. It is a subconscious means psychic activity. Psychic activity below the level of awareness. Below the level of awareness. That is the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. That is called subconscious mind. Subordinate. We already know subordinate. A subordinate is there, a higher official. Subordinate means it is a regular use word, subordinate. What is the meaning of the subordinate? Subordinate means an assistant to the authority or control of another. That is subordinate. Generally we are using subscribe my channel. We are using generally subscribe a newspaper. That means subscribe means to write a magazine, to pay the amount for the magazine. That is a subscribe. We want subscription. Subterranean means, this is the one more word. Subterranean. We have to write here subterranean. What is the meaning of subterranean? Pertaining to under the ground. That is the meaning of subterranean. These are the words derived from sub, which is a root word or base word. As a prefix it comes. And then we go to the next word. What is the next word? Super. The word is super. The next we move on, we go to super. What is the meaning of super? Means above. Super fine means extra fine. Fine, super fine. Your work is super fine. Your talent is super fine. Your project work is super fine. Extra fine. That means super means above. It is the root word. Super means above or over or beyond. That is the meaning of super, over or beyond, above. For example, super fluent. We are speaking super fluently. That is an adverb. Super fluent in adjective. Super fluent. SUPERFLUENT. Super fluent. The meaning of super fluent is flowing freely or flowing richly. Way of talking, way of speaking. He is super fluently. He is speaking super fluently. Super fluently. Richly, freely. For example, in railway department, a superintendent object. Superintendent means an in charge of one of the department. That is a superintendent. For example, fundamental. Suprafundant means, superhuman. For example, superhuman. You take the one word starting with super. Superhuman. What is the meaning of superhuman? Human being is a living being. Superhuman means having powers beyond mankind. We are generally living, we have some much power as a man. Where superhuman means superhuman having powers beyond mankind. That is superhuman. Supernatural. Supernatural. Supernatural means above and beyond nature. Nature. Super abundant. For example, we take one more example. Super abundant. Super abundant. Abundance means abundance. Above the needed amount, excessive. Super abundant means excessive. That is the meaning of super abundant. These are the derived words from super as a prefix we have been using as a root word. You should remember the root word meaning. If you know the meaning of the word, you have a lot of vocabulary, an innumerable vocabulary, a number of vocabulary in our mind. That is the meaning of the super abundant. And then we go to the tele. What is the meaning of tele? Far. Tele means far, or distance. Telescope means seeing or viewing afar. So far away. Telescope is example of telescope. Tele means, what is the meaning of tele? Tele means distant. What is the meaning of far, distant? Tele means distant. Far away. Tele means far away. For example, we take the television, seeing distant things, seeing distant objects. The telephone, for example, telephone, sound from far away. Telephone. Telescope, a device for looking at a distant object. The meaning of telescope. These are all derived words from tele. Telescope means a device for looking at a distant object. For example, telegraph, right from the distance. Telegraph. We take the telepathy. For example, we take the telepathy, the derived word telepathy. What is the meaning of telepathy? Telepathy means the ability to know what is someone else's mind. What is someone else's mind? Or communicate with someone mentally without using words or physical signals. Mentally, without using words or physical signals. That is called telepathy. These are the derived words from this. Tele means far or distant. Okay, next we move on to the next word, trans. It is very important words. Trans, T-R-A-N, trans. What is the meaning of the trans? Across. Transalpine. What is the meaning of transalpine? Across the Alps. Across the Alps. Okay, here the meaning is, we should understand, trans means across. What is the meaning of the trans? All of you understand this one. What is the meaning of the trans? Trans means across. Trans means across. Across. That means the word, the base word trans to the other side. Across, beyond. That means through. Through. For example, one important word is transgression. Transgression. Transgression means, what is the meaning of transgression? The violation of law or duty or moral principle. Transgression. Gression. Transgression. Transgression means the violation, the deviate of a law or a duty or moral principle. That is the meaning of the transgression. Trans. For example, transact. Transact means conduct business. Transact. Transact. Transacting. In banking, we are transacting withdrawing amount, deposit the amount. That are the transaction. Transaction. That is the transaction. Trans culture. This is one more word. Trans culture means extending through all human societies. This is elaborate that word is it is not a limited word. It is a broad meaning is there. Which word? Trans culture. Trans culture. Trans culture or transcultural. What is the meaning of transcultural? Extending through all human societies. For example, one word is generally useful when we are thinking about someone. What is that word? Is very important word with the prefix trans, root word transfix. It is usually trans, trans, transfix. What is the meaning of transfix? Transfix means render motionless because of surprise or terror. When he saw any terror or surprise, we are in the mood of transfix. Suddenly we became a transfixed mind. That is called transfix. Transfix means surprise of terror. Surprise or terror. Because we should be motionless. We should not, there is no any movement in our body. For example, transformation. Transformation means the act of changing in form or shape or appearance. That is the meaning of transformation. Transformation. These are the vocabulary from trans, the root word. And move on to the next word, aqua. What is the meaning of the aqua? Aqua means water. For example, aquarium. This word is for example aquarium. Aquarium. What is the meaning of aquarium? A small tank. Aquarium means a small tank that houses aquatic animals. We are putting in the aquatic animals in the aquarium. We have already known some of the houses, they are arranging the aquarium. They are installing the aquarium in their houses. They are aquatic animals. That is the aquarium. For example, something that is aqua means something that is aquatic related to water. Aqua means relating to the water. Aqua means relating to the water. We should understand the basic meaning is the prefix root word aqua. For example, aquaculture is going on in our villages. Aquaculture recently. What is the meaning of aquaculture? Aquaculture. What is the meaning of aquaculture? The cultivation of aquatic plants and breeding of aquatic animals for food. That is the aquatic culture. Aquatic means growing or living in water. Aquarist. Aquarist. RIST. Aquarist. Who is aquarist? A person who looks after, who is looking care an aquarium. That is aquarist. That means aqueduct. Aqueduct means a channel that carries large amount of water. It is a channel. It carries a large amount of water. That is aqueduct. These are the vocabulary we should understand. And we move on to the hydro. What is the meaning of hydro? Water. Hydro means water. Aqua means water. Hydroplane. What is the meaning of hydroplane? Hydro means also water. Hydroplane means what is the meaning of hydroplane? A seaplane or a boat that can rise on water. That is hydroplane. That is the seaplane is called hydroplane. Hydro means water. We should understand hydro. Hydrophone. Hydrophone. H-Y, hydrophone. P-H-Y-N-E. What is the meaning of hydrophone? An instrument that detects sound of water flowing in pipes. That is an instrument. That is an instrument hydrophone means. Phone means sound. That is also root word. Hydro means water. An instrument that detects sound of water flowing in pipes. For example, one more word starting with beginning with hydro as a prefix. Hydrosphere. In geography, we know hydrosphere. Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means the water vapor in the atmosphere. That is the meaning of hydro. That is the meaning of hydrosphere. 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 That is the meaning. Hydroscope. What is the meaning of hydroscope? A device for enabling to see through a great depth. Depth to the seabed. 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 Depth. That is the hydroscope. Hydroscope is a instrument or a device for enabling to see through great depth to the seabed. That is the hydroscope. Hydroscope. Then one more word I will give you to clear your doubts. Hydrotherapy. We should on hydrotherapy. 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 Therapy. Our reputed natural doctor Mantri Satyanarayana also, they have been practicing, suggest we follow the hydrotherapy to our good health. Hydrotherapy means water therapy. Hydro means water. The treatment or disease by the scientific use of water. That is the hydrotherapy. The treatment of disease by the scientific use of water, it is called hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy. Okay, next we move on to the next word. Hemi. Hemi is also off. Hemi, off. What is the meaning of hemi? Off. And what is the word? Hemisphere. The given word is hemisphere. Hemisphere means on half of the earth as divided by the equator, through the equator. Hemisphere, half of the earth on the globe. That is the hemisphere. And then we go to the other related words, prefix starting with root word hemi. Hemiology. Hemialgia means, you should, it is a medical terminology. Hemialgia. What is the meaning of hemialgia? It is a medical term. Hemialgia means pain one side of the head. That is the meaning of hemialgia. Hemialgia means pain one side of the head. For example, hemiplegia. One more word I will tell you. This is also a medical term. Hemiplegia. Hemiplegia. What is the meaning of hemiplegia? Paralysis on one side only. That is called hemiplegia. Paralysis on one side only. That is called hemiplegia. This one is, we should understand hemiplegia. Here, students understand, mostly concentrate on the root word. Another word, we should explain, I will explain personally. Another word, semi is already completed, and we should write ology. This is the last one, ology. Ology means 70. We complete, we conclude my class, all the 5, I have divided into 5 parts. This is the 5th part. This is the last word in the 5th part. In this session, the entire maximum of 70 root words I have completed. Those are enough for the students for primary, for knowledge and basic knowledge. These prefixes all belongs to not only English language but also all the subjects. Not only English students, only language for language purpose we have not seen we are not watching this video. Every subject student may watch this video regarding to the prefixes, derived words and root words. Each and any subject who is studying engineering or medical, medicine or degree or intermediate, any group, arts or science groups, mathematics. The terminology comes from the root word. It related to any subject. That means ology means, what is the meaning of ology? Ology means study. Ology means study. Okay, for example, one example I will give you. Ecology. Ecology. What is the meaning of ecology? We are discussing about ology. This is the 70 word. Ecology. Ecology. We should write the capital letter beginning of the any subject. Ecology means a branch of science how people or organisms relate to each other. Relate to each other. That means ecology. Ecology means a study and relate to each other and their environment. Environment, a subject of study, a branch of knowledge. Ecology means a branch of science how people or organisms relate to each other and their environment. Environment, that is more important. For example, anthropology. It is one of the subject in the university also. Anthropology. Anthropology. Anthropology means anthro, human being. Science of the origin of the social relationships of humans, which studies the humans, science, origin, evolution of the mankind. Anthropology. For example, ontology. Ontology is entirely different. Ontology. Anthropology is entirely different. Ontology related to language, a collection of selected literary passages. Ontology means a collection of poems. It is the ontology. And then one more word, archaeology. We are commonly used the archaeology, that word, archaeology. What is the meaning of archaeology? Archaeology. Archaeology means the branch of anthropology. It is a sub-branch that studies prehistoric people. That is the archaeology. Biology means already we know the science of that studies living organisms. Organisms, living beings. That is called biology. This is the ology means study. Study, it is a way of studying. Ology means a subject of study, a branch of knowledge. That is the meaning of ology. This is not a prefix, it is a suffix. It comes as a suffix in the root main word. As that root word ology comes at the end of the word, that means suffix. Okay, my dear children, I have completed all the 70 root words. I hope all the students should understand and clear their doubts through this classes. 5 classes I have completed with the last word ology, that means study. That is the end of the session. This topic has been completed by me. All of you, goodbye. Thank you, one and all. All the best.